Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Glad that you hit that play button and you are with me on this journey. It has been quite a journey so far. We have talked a lot about this whole middle gap issue when you move from a 9 to 5 steady paycheck into the purpose of who you want to become and doing what you want in your life. And what you want to do in your life. Sorry, you're going to hear me drinking some water. But welcome to the podcast. If you haven't already, please make sure you have hit that follow button so you're staying with us when new episodes are released. Every day I release an episode because right now I'm still doing the whole process of just getting things going. And so really excited about that. And I love coming in and sharing with you everything that is happening and the things that I'm experiencing and the things that I'm going through. So super excited about that. But I am truly grateful and appreciative that you have made the conscious choice to hit that play button and join me in this journey and follow along. So welcome. All right, today's episode is called Staying Aligned as Things Start Working. All right, so this might surprise you, but this phase can be just as destabilizing as the beginning. Now, let me tell you from experience, when I started doing some work and I started posting on my TikTok, there was a time for about a few days things were working. I had an ebook sale. I had a post that went viral. Right now it's up to 35,000 views. And it's being engaged every single day. I'm getting a few more. And it started to slow down. But I already knew that was going to be part of the process. But I can't ignore just because I have that one video going well doesn't mean that I need to stop. It means I need to continue to show up. And I do. I try to do at least 2 videos a day. I know I do at least 1 a day because I need to be consistent. And that's what we've been talking about this whole process is being consistent. So we're going to talk about when you're staying aligned as things start to work, it can be destabilizing just as the beginning. Because when things are finally to start to move, you've got the momentum that builds, opportunities start to show up, you're starting to see some results, but then you're going to get a new kind of pressure. A new kind of pressure is going to start emerging. And not the pressure of fear, but the pressure of possibility. Okay, it's not the pressure of fear, it's the pressure of possibility. Success has its own nervous system response. Okay, we often think fear is what throws us off alignment, but success can do that too. Success can do that too. Because you can also fear success. A lot of people do. A lot of people won't make the shift because they're afraid if they become successful, they don't know how to handle it. That is a true fear. So when you start to become successful, it has its own nervous system response. When things start working out, the nervous system may respond back with, don't lose this. Say yes while it's there. Or this might not last. And that response isn't excitement. It's protective fear dressed up as opportunity. Okay? I've had a few of those similar statements come across when I started to notice things were working. Like I said, when I had my first ebook sale, I had that. It's protective fear dressed up as opportunity. And if you're not aware of it, your alignment that you have been working on and establishing can slowly, quietly slip away. And then what happens is the subtle return of old patterns and habits start to come back in. Because as momentum starts to build, many of our old habits will return. We will start overcommitting again. We will start to over-deliver. We will start saying yes too quickly and we will skip the rest. We talked about in the last 2 episodes about the importance of resting. Resting is not laziness, it is part of the growth process. It is required because it allows your body, your nervous system to re-regulate itself so that way you can keep going further in your vision. And that's not because you forgot alignment, it's because your system is trying to secure the safety. And again, this is where discernment matters more than enthusiasm. Please know that alignment isn't just for hard times. Many people think alignment is something you need when things are difficult. But alignment matters just as much, if not more, when things are going well. Because growth will amplify whatever patterns are present. If you grow while regulated, alignment will start to deepen. If you grow while frantic, the burnout will begin to follow. So if you're growing while regulated, the alignment will start to become deepen. But if you're growing while frantic, burnout, it will follow. So why do sometimes we say good opportunities can still be misaligned? Because not every good opportunity is the right one, friend. This is where you need to start really processing things out. Not every good opportunity is the right one. Some opportunities may stretch you too far. Some of these opportunities that you may consider to be good may pull you out of the rhythm. Some of them may even demand urgency. Or they may even undermine your boundaries that you have set. When you are in alignment, it's going to ask you, does this support the life I'm building? Does this opportunity support the life that I am building? Or is it what I need? But it's not going to ask you, can I handle this right now? Alignment will ask you, does this support the life that I need? Does this support the life that I need? It's not going to ask you, can I handle this right now? Because those are 2 very different questions. Success without self-abandonment. Staying aligned as things work means the following: pausing before committing, checking in with your body, and asking what this costs, not just what it offers. You don't need to seize everything. You need to start making the choices of the things that are going to sustain you. Success does not require sacrifice of self. It requires clarity. Okay? It requires clarity. It is okay to understand that when things start to click, it's okay. You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove anything. And you don't have to say yes to keep the momentum alive. When things finally start to click, you don't have to rush it. You don't have anything to prove out there. And you don't have to say yes just because you want the momentum to keep going. Alignment doesn't disappear when you pause. What alignment does is when you're making those conscious choices to understand where you're at in this process, alignment starts to strengthen when you pause. It's not going anywhere. What it's doing, it is growing, it is expanding, it is strengthening. So you need to build a filter for growth. Because you're going to start to notice that as things start to expand, you need filters, not willpower. You need filters. And these filters can be the following questions. Does this respect my pace? Does this align with my values? And does this leave room for rest? When you start building these filters will start to protect the alignment automatically so that you're not consistently negotiating with fear. Because that will happen. So when you're starting to build filters for your growth, they'll start with, your alignment will start automatically. But you need to have those filters so that way you're not negotiating with fear. Because that's what our automatic system, our nervous system tends to do that. One of the most powerful shifts that can happen is allowing the success that you are feeling to feel calm. Again, one of the most powerful shifts is allowing success to feel calm. Not euphoric, not frantic, not all-consuming. If you're feeling that success is euphoric for you, or it's frantic, or it's all-consuming, no. Then you haven't shifted yet. Because what success is going to do, it's going to feel calm and it's going to be steady. Because when you're feeling this calmness, that's when you know you've integrated. But when you start feeling overwhelmed, that's when something needs attention. So you're going to have to reframe growth at times. If you find yourself asking, how much can I handle now? You need to reframe that question to, how do I want my life to feel as this grows? How do I want my life to feel as this grows? Because that question will keep your alignment in the center, even as things begin to expand. It's going to ground you. Okay? And again, remember, we have to be in alignment with our vision. We have to be ready. We're going to go through this, friends. This is what we're talking about in the middle. Not many people talk about this. They will give you the beginning stages and then they jump to the end of to the very end. Some of them, they want the euphoric feeling of being the hero in this heroic, I'm trying to think of the word, being the hero of their journey. But it's not a heroic event. There you go. That's what I was trying to think about it. Okay? So understand that. Keep that in mind. You want to stay in line. All right. In our next episode, we're going to be talking about trusting the pace of your own becoming, and how releasing comparison protects everything you've built. Because remember, you're going to start comparing yourself to people who have done this. They're only going to share a snippet of what they've done. Many of their YouTube videos, if you do watch a lot of people on YouTube, they don't talk about this. They just jump to what they did at the beginning. I mean, there's a lot of TikTok videos. I watch a lot of people on TikTok on their lives, and they're telling you how to move from, becoming your own entrepreneur and your own boss, doing something similar to what I did. But it becomes very salesy because they're trying to get you to join their group. And then when you join their group, then they might tend to tell you about the gap. But what their goal is that they want you to immediately jump in, and then they'll support you, right? And don't get me wrong, I think that's great because I've done stuff like that where I'm like, do this. But this podcast is more in depth because it's going to tell you about the middle part. All right. So again, our next episode will be talking about trusting the pace of your own becoming and how releasing comparison will protect everything you've built. All right, as always, if you have not followed this podcast yet, please click that follow button. Make sure that you are staying connected with us as new episodes come out, because like I told you, this is quite a journey. This is different. based on a lot of the podcasts that I've listened to, because we're getting into the nuts and bolts. We're really talking deep about when you make a shift like I did in any part of your life. If you're planning to do what I did, leave your career to pursue your purpose, or if you're going through something right now, this can make those connections there to help you, right? So make sure you're following. Also, please leave a rating. Let us know what you're thinking of this podcast. I love if you leave a comment so that, like I said, I love just the feedback, right? I want to know where to grow. That's what I always say. Also, if you haven't checked out my website, it is a Linktree website. That's where everything is at. I love Linktree. It's so great and amazing. I should help get them to be a sponsor for me. But everything's on my Linktree. You'll see that I have masterclasses. I have ebooks for free. I have things that I like to give out for free, but then I also have ebooks that I have recently wrote that are available for purchase. My favorite one right now is the 30-day program. It's called Manifest Like You Mean It. It's a 30-day self-paced program. So check it out. Check it out. If you haven't gone on there, go and check. Also, I'll be starting a newsletter, and that will keep you informed of weekly tidbits that I'm going to start sending out through my coaching program, my coaching business. So if you want to be part of that, sign up for that. That'll be coming down there. And then also check out the Linktree as well, because I'll start talking a little bit more toward the end of January of my my new membership site coming up. I'm excited about that. My new membership site coming up. So I'm really pumped out about that. So more details will come as I get it really all organized and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, friend. Something to remember. Growth doesn't mean losing yourself. Growth means learning how to stay with yourself at every level. Think about that. All right, friends, as I always say, I will see you at the next episode, and I'll talk to you soon.